on her helmet as she climbed into the craft. Various angles would make a more compelling video. Be sure to get a good clear shot, one I can use for promotion. Bookings at her company, Snow Trek Tours, were down since winter ended, and with the opening of North Mountain Sports Company in a few weeks, a rival chain store, Cassie was desperate to drive more tourists to the mountains. People just needed to see how fun Alaska could be in the spring and how much her company was part of this wild and adventurous community. Adding footage of their participation in the spring carnival and the annual slush cup competition would definitely help. Looking down the steep slope, she almost lost her nerve. Every competitor so far had been swallowed up by the half-frozen pond. Could she make it across in one piece? Thousands of spectators watched from the sidelines, waving signs in support of their favorite team. It was one of the busiest weekends in Wild River. Cassie's goal was to turn some of these extreme sports fans into customers, if she survived. She took a deep breath, putting on her goggles. With the man of her dreams watching, she couldn't wimp out now. "Come on, Cass, you got this!" Tank's daughter Kaya waved from her position at the base of the slope, camera poised and ready to take the still shots for the social media promo. Cassie's Siberian husky sat at Kaya's feet, trying to be obedient, but the panting and wiggling of her tail betrayed her. Diva would happily be in the pond if Kaya wasn't holding tight to her leash. Cassie climbed into the craft. There was nothing to worry about. She had a surgeon and two of Alaska's search and rescue's best on her team, and they designed a foolproof— The craft's steering lever broke off in her hand as she tested it. Well, that's unfortunate. Was it too late to make adjustments to the dune buggy? Like maybe install an airbag? Okay, so we're out, Erica said, looking more than happy to call it a day. This means we're out, right? Reed shook his head. Don't get your hopes up. She's insane. Cassie gave him the middle finger. Don't worry, you don't need it, Tank said, taking the steering lever from her. You're only going in one direction. He bent next to her, getting ready for push-off, as the official signaled for them to get into position. Ready? Let's get this stunt of yours over with. His dark, charcoal-colored eyes revealed his concern. They held that emotion a lot. On rescues with SNR, he was always tense, worried until the mission was over. And as a single dad, he was constantly concerned about Kaya. Whether she was safe, whether he was making the right parenting decisions, whether he was successfully fulfilling the role of father and mother. It was a big part of what attracted Cassie to Tank. His thoughtful, serious nature, fierce loyalty, and protectiveness. She was carefree and always up for adventure, but having someplace safe to land and someone to have her back as she adventured her way through life was a good feeling. And she had that in Tank. As a friend. He brushed her hair out of her eyes, and the feel of his cool hand against her sweating skin made her shiver. Maybe she should kiss him just in case she died without getting the chance. How many times over the years had she wanted to? But she always came to her senses before taking the plunge over that line. Once she crossed it, there'd be no going back, and there was a lot at stake. Everyone in Wild River thought the two of them were perfect together. Everyone except Tank. He either ignored the whispers and looks they got from everyone, or he was actually that obtuse. Would a kiss finally make him realize they could be more than just friends? She stared at his mouth. Tempting Tom Hardy lips. He grinned. Can you focus, please? Damn, he could always read her mind. She tore her eyes away from him. Okay, ready, she said, gripping the sides of the buggy. Reed gave the wave to the official at the bottom of the hill, and the 5-second countdown started. I can't believe I'm helping you do this, Tank muttered, giving her a shove. Please don't die. The dune buggy tipped over the edge of the slope, and Cassie clenched her eyes tightly shut as the craft picked up speed, descending a lot faster than she'd anticipated. Wet snow flew up from beneath the skis, hitting her in the face and sticking to her hair. The craft shook, and the sound of rattling confirmed that screws were coming loose. Maybe they weren't essential ones. She struggled to hold on as the craft soared over several small ramps, added for more fun. Who the hell came up with this event in the first place? She was a thrill seeker, but this was just violent, the way her body bumped and